For decades, there has been one undisputed fact in the tech world. Apple is the king of hardware and software integration. That seamless, almost magical way their products work together has always been their secret weapon, their walled garden. But with the release of last year's iPhone and the failed launch of Apple Intelligence, I think some of that magic has started to slip away. And so has Apple's grip on full software and hardware integration. Today, we're exploring how Google, with its Pixel phones, might not just be copying Apple's strategy, but might actually be beating them at their own game. And it all comes down to one crucial game-changing element: AI integration. First, let's give credit where credit is due. Apple's strategy is pretty smart. They design their own chips, they build their own operating systems, and they make their own hardware. This end-to-end control is what makes an iPhone feel like an iPhone. It's a cohesive, polished experience with long-term device support. That's the envy of the industry. It's what Apple has always been known for. But recently, at their biggest event of the year, Apple did something they almost never do. They basically admitted they needed outside help. At the iPhone 16 series launch event, Apple announced a partnership with OpenAI to have ChatGPT power some of the iPhone's most advanced AI features. And just think about that for a second. For a company whose entire identity is built upon doing everything in-house, they're effectively outsourcing the intelligence in Apple Intelligence. And then they didn't deliver on their Apple Intelligence promises, promising that things would be coming soon. So bad has the joke become that Google called out Apple in their recent Pixel 10 promo. If you haven't seen it, here's a quick clip.
If you buy a new phone because of a feature that's coming soon, but it's been coming soon for a full year, you could change your definition of soon, or you could just change your phone.
For the first time I can remember, there's a crack in Apple's hardware and software integration armor, and that's exactly where Google has its opening right now, and they know it. Part 2, the Google Trifecta. For years, the knock against Android phones has been fragmentation, but with the Pixel line, Google has been quietly building its ecosystem to help fight that fragmentation, and it has 3 core pillars. First, the hardware. With the introduction of the original Google Pixel 1 and the Tensor 1 chip, Google signaled that they were no longer just a software company. From here on out, they were going to start designing their own chips, custom-built not to win speed tests or benchmarks, but to excel at machine learning and AI tasks on the device. Second is the software. The Pixel runs a version of Android that is Android as Google intends it to be. It's clean, it's smart, and deeply integrated with Google services. And third, and this is the most important piece, the AI itself. In contrast to Apple, Google doesn't use other people's AI. Google is one of the world's primary AI developers. They develop foundational models like Gemini from the ground up. So you have custom hardware built with custom chips designed for AI, running an OS that's built to leverage that AI, all created by the same company. See what I'm getting at? Part 3, the synergy in action. So what does this synergy of hardware and software and AI result in? It results in features that are so deeply integrated that they feel like part of the phone's DNA. Take Call Screen, the ability for your phone's assistant to answer a call, transcribe it in real time, and let you respond without ever needing to speak. It's pure magic. And this isn't just an app, it's Tensor chip, Android, and Google's AI models working in perfect harmony to solve a real-world problem. Or think about Magic Editor in Google Photos. The sheer computational power needed to understand the context of a photo, remove or move objects, and then realistically generate the missing pixels is staggering. And this isn't just an API call to a cloud server, it's a feature accelerated by Pixel's own hardware. Or think about Gemini and how Google has elevated the experience users have using digital assistants in their everyday lives. For me personally, Gemini has become an essential part of my daily life thanks to the ubiquity of the AI within the entire Pixel ecosystem, and because it's genuinely, truly useful. It helps save me so much time, and I can't imagine going back. Features like these and more like Best Take or Live Translate or Clear Calling or Speech to Text, they aren't just apps, they're system-level experiences that are only possible when you own every single piece of the puzzle. And that's where Apple is at a disadvantage right now. For the first time I can think of, Apple no longer controls every aspect of its software and hardware. For the first time, it has to bend to the requirements and timelines and capabilities and rules that another company creates. And that's something that Google just doesn't have to do right now. It can move fast, it can try new things, and implement them into their hardware and software ecosystem quickly, really pushing the boundary forward on what's possible on a smartphone, and delivering on its promise of providing the smartest smartphone with the most helpful digital assistant on the market. So that brings me back to the original question. Is Google beating Apple at its own game? Well, when it comes to the next frontier of personal computing, truly helpful integrated AI, the evidence is compelling. While Apple has their beautiful walled garden and is currently piping in the intelligence from OpenAI, Google has been building a smart skyscraper where they are the architects of every part of the building. They are the ones who designed the foundation bearing the building's weight. They designed the steel beams holding up the building, keeping it stable. And they designed the smart systems that power the entire building. Apple is a master of user experience, though, and they'll undoubtedly adapt. I'm sure this fall Apple will come out with some impressive Apple Intelligence features, powered by Siri, powered by ChatGPT. But that doesn't change the fact that, for right now at least, by owning the complete stack from hardware to the chipset to the AI model, Google and its Pixel phones are offering a glimpse into a more deeply integrated and intelligent future on smartphones. To truly compete with Google, Apple will need to develop its own artificial intelligence models, which is time and resource intensive, both of which Apple has. But as things stand right now, Apple is entirely reliant on OpenAI. What that means having overall less control over their product. It means sacrificing their full hardware and software integration. It means they have to factor in OpenAI's timelines, OpenAI's requirements, OpenAI's rules. And I feel their relationship will serve as a bottleneck to the competitiveness of Apple's deployment of on-device AI in years to come. But that's just me, and I'm curious. What do you think? Am I crazy, or is Google beating Apple at its own game right now? Or is the Apple ecosystem still untouchable? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more commentary videos just like this one. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Angel, the Google Pixel Guy. You take care now. Bye-bye.